it's Raquel Bowman here, and today I'm here creating a new layout for Pink Paislee. I'm using the Turn the Page collection mainly for this layout, and the theme on the blog this week is actually free for all. So it means that we could create any theme, any collection, whatever we wanted to do. So I had to use Turn the Page because I just feel like I haven't played with this collection yet enough. Although I've created quite a number of pages with it now, I feel like I've hardly dinted the sides, and I'm sure that those of you who, love buying collections of products know the feeling with how much you get in a collection now and the variety of patterns and color palettes that you can sort of choose from to create with. So what I'm documenting now is my real life, and it does make me giggle because I love documenting those gorgeous photos of my kids where they're smiling and they're looking all innocent and sweet, don't get me wrong, but it's not always my reality. My reality is that I have a 3 and 5 year old who love each other to death, but at the same time can fight like it's nobody's business. I'm telling you that sometimes I think my neighbours would wonder what's happening in my house because they are loud. I can get loud. It can be a struggle, and getting them sometimes to take that beautiful photo of them together. This particular day we were attending a baptism for a friend's child, and they were dressed up so beautifully, and I wanted to get a little photo of them together. Well, boy, it was a bit tough, and I did get a gorgeous one where they were both looking and smiling, but most of them were like this little photo here where my daughter's looking all innocent at the camera but nearly strangling her brother while she's trying to get him to look at me. And he, of course, in his stubborn little nature way, is refusing and fighting her. So, yeah, that's that photo. And I just wanted to, record this down. And I'm sure that the kids will hear, from older relatives and from friends later, how joyous they were sometimes towards each other. But it's important to document it as well. So that's what I'm doing today. That hello cut file, we'll get back to the layout now, but that hello cut file is taken from Paige Evans' silhouette designs in the Silhouette Design Store. I love them all, but this one I thought framed my photo beautifully, and it was a nice addition to being able to title my page Hello Real Life. So I'm using my Arched Thickers alignment guide to get that beautiful curve for the real life stickers around the bottom of the cut file. And what I also am adding to the page is I found this beautiful floral ephemera piece in the ephemera pack, but I wanted to have a bit of a symmetrical design in terms of how I clustered my embellishments at the top of my page. So, that mirrored sort of look. So what I was able to find in the new 30-page American Crafts Paige Evans sticker booklet was the exact same ephemera piece in sticker form. Now, so what I did with that instead was I used my powder applicator tool, which removes the adhesive off the sticker, and I was able to use it like an ephemera piece, which was perfect. I backed my photo on one of the pattern papers in the collection that I actually cut the cut file from. So with the cut file from the design store, I cut it first on white cardstock, and then I offset the design and cut it on one of the pattern papers so that you get that pop of colour around that white cut file. I then backed the photo using that same pattern paper, but only the mustardy colour and mint portion of the paper. The whole back layout is framed on this gorgeous red designed pattern paper, and I really love the pop of colour that it brought to the layout. I'm actually creating now with this 8.5 by 11 size, I'm really loving being able to, I always want to frame my layout because I feel like it finishes it off. But what I'm loving is being able to incorporate some of the pattern papers that maybe before I would have strayed away from or not used as much. So this bold red, I may not necessarily have used on a 12 by 12 layout, but because I'm framing my layout, I've used it. It's same with a few other layouts that I've created recently. I've found that I'm using a lot more of those bolder patterns and not straying from what I normally do, but definitely experimenting a bit more with color on my layouts, which I'm enjoying, as well as still including my white, which I feel like is, you know, something that I definitely gravitate towards. So I'm embellishing to the bottom right of the photo, and I've added a little chipboard arrow pointing to my children, and then I've added a heart die cut, and then this little piece is a bit of a tongue-in-cheek addition, and it says love this, and it's a little tab from the tag pack which I've sort of cut in half, and I've turned it into a mini tag there with a little bit of string off the top of it. So I've typed up my journaling, and there is quite a bit of journaling because really for me this layout was for me to tell a story of my kids. So I wanted to be detailed in what I was saying. So journaling on this page is definitely a big focus, as you can see with how much that I've written. And I wanted to keep the layout a central design, and like I mentioned earlier, this layout I would call, in terms of balance, a symmetrical design, because you've sort of got the same things happening on either side of the photo, and then you've got your central journaling, and then I am going to add a small embellishment of those little people at the bottom as well, which you can see there, and then my teensy tiny date of when I documented this layout is the date that I ended up adding. So here's some close-ups with the layout. I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and don't forget to check out the rest of the team's layouts on the Pink Paislee blog, and I will be back soon sharing some more layouts, so stay tuned to my channel and subscribe if you don't already. Thanks everyone. Bye.